Hello everyone, it's Shauna coming to you live from her craft room in Edmond, Oklahoma. Today is July 19th, 2026. Hope you guys have had a fabulous weekend. It's already coming to an end. So sad. They go by so fast. Today we're going to do a fun fold, and here is the fun fold. It kind of sits up like this. So, but we're going to be using the Moonlit Flora paper, and I want to talk about how I think the Velvet Meadow, which is this paper right here, and the Moonlit Flora paper, both of those paper packs are very easy to do the same design with because they're both floral. They both kind of have butterflies, so it's very easy to interchange them. One is bright and springy, which is the Velvet Meadow, and one is a very dark and moody paper, which is the Moonlit Flora. And I think you can get two completely different looks by doing the exact same card. So I kind of want to talk about that today. And I have a lot of stuff to show you. So let's go ahead. Let me get the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Let me also make sure that I am going live in the right place, that you guys can see me. Yep, I'm in the right spot. Next question is can you hear me? Oh, you? Yes, you can. Okay. So all the technology stuff looks like we're doing good. Let me turn on live chat so while you're popping on, I can see your comments. Okay. So let me move this out of the way real quick. We'll come back to it, of course. Just want to do some housekeeping stuff, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Today's card is very easy, but I want to talk a lot, and show off a lot. Like I say, every video, Stampin' Up! Has something for everyone. No matter what your crafting level is, how long you've crafted, how well you feel with it. We have step-by-step instruction kits for the easy beginner level 1. We have the quick and easy options, the mix and match section, which is great for someone who's kind of the middle, doesn't have a lot of products, is not a newbie, but you know, they don't feel as confident maybe. That's our level 2. And then creativity your own way, level 3. Basically any of what's in our catalog, anything goes. So you just pick your favorite stamp set, your favorite paper, and you just kind of create whatever floats your boat. Hi Mom, how are you? Hi Lisa, how are you? Hey Lisa, I have some hot foiling stuff to show off. Woo woo. So 3 different levels of creativity. Our kits come in the brown boxes. These can be found at stampinup.com. We get 2 new kits every month, so they're constantly rotating in and out. The ones for July were the Gilded Gallery kit. Love this bird. Lisa, this reminds me of Sherry in her photos that she takes. And then there was also the Daisy Days kit, so a scrapbooking 6x6 kit. So those were the new ones for this month. We also have our monthly paper pumpkin subscription kits. You do have to be a member and subscribe to get these kits. We don't always get to know exactly what's in those kits. We get sneak peeks, and the sneak peeks for the next upcoming months. So this is the one currently that you need to subscribe between July 11th and August 10th. This is called the Kindred Greetings. I can already tell you I am in love with this laser cut die. I love kind of the watercolor ombre look it looks like. And this saying, sending my whole heart at times when words fall short. So I think that's going to be a great kit. And then we have Aspens of Gratitude. This one you will need to subscribe between August 11th and September 10th if you want. Love the watercolor look with the trees. I think that's going to be a gorgeous kit. So I'm very excited about both of the months that are coming up. I'm not seeing anybody chatting or saying hi. Mom, can you try to say hi so that I can make sure that the live chat is working? I would appreciate it. Did you know that Stampin' Up! Offers more than just crafting supplies, scrapbooking supplies? We do. We offer online events, craft classes, virtual card retreats, virtual album retreats. So there is much more than just crafting supplies. If you're needing some lessons or want to know more about what's going on, then you can check out our classes. We had the Pretty Poinsettia class last week. This was July 16th. I didn't partake in this, but I don't know when our next class is. If I had to guess, I would say it's the metallic craft class, which is the hot foiling class. And I want to say that that one is this coming Thursday, July 23rd. Let me double check. Let's see. Let me pull out. Yes, July 23rd at 2 p.m. Metallic Magic is going to be our next class. I am not seeing any comments, guys. So if you guys are saying hi, hello, so sorry. If you have questions, I'm not going to be able to respond to them, I guess. So I did get my new hot foil tool in. I have just played with it for like 40 minutes and I'll show you what I've done so far. I am in love with this tool. It's amazing. So we'll talk about that a little bit here in a second. I do want to talk about if you're turning in orders, we do have product of the month. So each month Stampin' Up! Comes out with a new die, a new paper, a new embellishment, something that's only going to be $5 for that month if you spend a $75 order or more. So the product of the month for this month is the Begonia Bell stamp set. It is a two-step stamp. So you stamp your darker color first, and then that would be this one right here, and then you go in with your lighter filler color and stamp that. So you're stamping on top of each other and getting a very pretty two-toned stamp effect. I love those. Now the only bad thing is that they're not die cuts that come with this. So you will be fussy cutting those floral images unless you're just going to stamp on like a round circle or something for your focal point. So, but Begonia Bell is the $5 item for the month of July. Now, of course, when you're turning in the orders, we have our wonderful Stampin' Up! Catalog. Let me tell you, we did get to look at the digital new catalog that goes live September. Oh my gosh, there is so much holiday goodies in there. I mean, just beautiful, fun stuff to play with. It did not disappoint. So we get to start ordering that stuff this coming Tuesday the 21st, I believe. So yay, yay, yay. Also, just don't forget to go online to StampinUp.com and look at everything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. Because even though our catalogs are great, online is where you're going to find the online exclusives, which, to be honest, here lately has sometimes been a little bit better than our catalog. That's where the Winnie the Pooh stuff can be found. That is a fun, I have that stuff and I haven't even been able to play with it yet. It's kind of sad. July 1st, they came out with some new online exclusives. I'm going to make the camera shake here real quick. Sorry about that. There was some holiday stuff in there. So, of course, you know, Christmas in July. There is a stitched, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Stitched seasons. I can't remember exactly what the name of it is. But gorgeous, gorgeous. That's going to be fun to play with. There's some fall stuff in there. Really cute fall scarecrow set. There's some Halloween stuff in there. And then also our last chance list. Those can be found online. And they update that every 2 months. So they come out with online exclusives 1 month. And then the next month they do the last chance list. And then the next month they do the online exclusive. And then the next month the last chance list. So every month they are updating it. So be on the lookout online for that stuff. Okay. Card class for the month of August. Lisa, I am still waiting to hear back. It's actually Sherry who doesn't know if she can come to next Saturday's class. So as soon as she gives me a yay or nay, I'll let you know if I have an opening available. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. I talked to her today and she was trying to finalize stuff. So, card class for the month of August, I am using the Scenic Coast suite of products. It is this beautiful ocean paper. This is a 6x6. There's 48 pieces in this pack. There's 8 pieces of each design. Every piece is beautiful. There's these embellishments that go wonderful with this. And let me just show you, I don't know if you can tell, but this paper has this beautiful foiling. Yeah, you can see it right there. See that in the water, that reflection? This pack of paper, I think, I'm going to go all out and say it's the prettiest pack of paper that Stampin' Up! Has ever come out with. Now, a lot of you guys won't agree with me on that, but I have made several cards with this pack of paper, just playing around and trying to figure out what I wanted to offer for the month of July in my card class. And in this stamp and die set, there are 3 big main dies. One has a sailboat, one has a sunset rays or a sunrise rays, and then one has this lighthouse. So I wanted to offer a card with each one of those. And I think I've done pretty good. The first card is probably just kind of a basic card. I wanted to show how well you could use this paper along with the Rolling Waves stamp and die set. And then there's also this wonderful vellum that comes with this pack of paper, this sweet collection. And so I used that on the wave part right here. But that is tying that paper and rolling waves together. And then here's the one with the lighthouse. And it stands up like this. And you can write on the back. And then this one right here is an easel card. It opens up. You can lay it flat, put it in an envelope for mailing, but it opens up like this. And then you can put a, this is going to be hard for you guys to see, but a little light back here. Let me see if I can tilt this at all. This is going to be kind of a weird angle. But see, it lights up. It's so pretty, guys. Anyway, those are the 3 cards that I am offering for the month of August. It's $15 for the class. If you are here local, just let me know if you're interested. It is on August 22nd is the card class. It's going to be from 10, I think, is that what I said? 10 to 11? 10 to 1, I believe, is what I put in the email. I'm pretty sure. I need to know by July 31st. That way I can make sure I have enough paper, cut the kits, have everything ready. With today being July 19th, that almost gives 2 full weeks to look at your schedule, figure out if that's something you're interested in or not. So that is the August class. Let me get this out of the way. You guys, have you been watching my Facebook post about this new hot foil? Oh, also, and I forget to say this every time, and I have it sitting right here in front of me. As far as kits go, we also offer scrapbooking kits. So if you're a scrapbooker, we didn't forget you. There are scrapbooking kits. They're called scrapbook workshops. Just go online to find those. Okay. Like I said, I've only had about 40 minutes to play with the new hot foil, so I have not had a ton of time, but I did kind of squeeze it in. And let me show you what I have so far. Now, they came out with 3 different colors of foil. So we have silver, gold, and rose. What is that called? My mind just went blank. Anyway, a pink. I think they call it rose something. 6 of these will fit in an old Stampin' Up! Wood case, the wood block case, if you still have your cases. And these are the 3 colors that they came out with. There are 2 rolls in each pack, and you do have to buy the packs separately. Rose gold, I want to say. My mind is like leaving me. Okay. And then they came out with a ton of different stamps and die sets. So here's the Butterfly Flight hot foil dies. This one came with mask. So you can do your hot foil, and the hot foil die looks more like a Teflon texture. It's kind of a dull matte. The cutting dies that we have always had are bright and shiny silver metal. So you can definitely tell the difference between the dies. Also, on the case, everything that's in gold is the hot foil. Everything just in the regular black shadow is just a normal die. So you can run this through, say, just Whisper White, or it's not Whisper White anymore. What is it called? Basic white cardstock with gold foil, silver foil, rose foil. Run it through, and then take your mask and blend your coloring on there. So whatever color you want your butterflies to be, pink, purple, for the fall, gold, yellow, brown, monarch butterflies. And then once you're done with that, you can take it through and run it and die cut them out. So there's the Butterfly Flight. Here's like a background stamp. This is Garden Silhouette, and it is large and in charge. There is the classic greetings. So happy birthday, get well, thank you, thinking of you, celebrate. And I mean, these are, well, I haven't even opened this one yet. They're pretty good size. Hold on. So here's the hot foil. Like, here's the happy birthday. I mean, that's how big it is. I mean, it's pretty good size. It is good for the front of a card. And then once you hot foil that, then you can die cut it out. So there's the classic greetings. Here's the sweetly sentimental hot foil die. So it does happy birthday, cheers to you, sending hugs, just a little hello. Here's to another year, have a lovely day, I'm so lucky to have you. Here's to a lifetime of happiness, thank you. Sending bunches of love, my heart is with you. And this one does all of those sayings in one go through. So these are not individual, these are all tied together, and they are very easy to line up because these two little squares right here on this die line up with these two little squares right here, so that you know you're getting a perfect match. Here are some Flourish Frames hot foil dies. Sorry, like I said, I have not had very much time to play, and I haven't even opened these up and put them on magnetic sheets yet. But so again, here are the like Teflon matte hot foil dies. Here are the dies that you would just run through your cut and emboss machine. Okay, so what I've done so far, I'm in love with the background. Here is gold foil on Lost Lagoon. Stampin' Up! Has said that the smoother the cardstock, the better of an impression that you will get. Now, I will say the hardest thing about learning this hot foil tool is to go slow through your cut and emboss. I'm used to just going through really fast and die cutting. So I really have to slow down. And if you don't slow down and you try to go back through it again, this is what you're going to be left with. Like this double blurry where you're seeing two images of everything. Not pretty. Not pretty at all. So don't do a Shauna. That almost gives you like blurry vision, right? Here is Night of Navy two-sided cardstock, two-tone cardstock with the silver foil. Isn't that beautiful? You guys, let's talk about taking our card up to the whole nother level. I mean, this is like wedding beautiful. It's amazing. If you do use it on the regular Stampin' Up! Cardstock, you're going to get more of a distressed look because there is more texture to that cardstock. It's not laying flat. You're not going to get a flat image. You're going to get more of a... It's still pretty, and you wouldn't even notice it unless you were holding them up side by side. Say I did a... I should have done that before I went live, but I ran out of time. And then here is a rose gold on petal pink. I think that is just beautiful. What do you guys think? So are you guys loving this? I love this pack of paper. Now, if you don't have the Stampin' Up! Two-toned cardstock, you can definitely do it on designer series paper. So this is I always forget this. I always want to say Beautiful Ordinary. Hold on. Am I right this time? I always get it wrong. It's this pack of paper right here where it's black and white on one side and has these pretty colors. This is called Beautiful Ordinary Life. That was pretty close. Oh, so if you don't have the two-tone cardstock, you can definitely use the designer series paper, and that gives you a beautiful like watercolor effect. And then I did the same thing with the butterflies. You guys, check out these butterflies. It looks like I've taken a blending brush and I have blended color on them, but I haven't. All I've done is use that one piece of designer series paper. Here it is right here. And it had all those different colors on there. And I mean, can you just imagine, like, for instance, taking these, folding these to where their wings kind of come up, and just laying that on one of these solid images. I mean, and right there you have a card. Put your little sentiment on there and you are good to go. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I just want to let you know I've barely scratched the surface and I'm just amazed. This is just going to be awesome. Now, don't throw away your negative foil. So once you run it through, like here's the butterflies. I ran this through. Here's my negative piece. There is a way to adhere this to a piece of cardstock and get another beautiful card. So just don't think that once you run it through, you can get a, hold on, I'm trying to grab. Let me grab, this is hydrangea hue, maybe. Look at that. Look how stunning that rose gold is on that hydrangea hue peeking out. So don't, when you're done, don't throw those away. And let me know. I will wait to hear from you guys. Leave it in the comments below. Next week, I was going to do the Painted Skies, which is the Scenic Coast kit. It kind of coordinates with it. But I've kind of thought about maybe just doing a hot foiling video for a Facebook Live and showing you guys how easy this hot foiling tool is to use. I mean, I didn't have any problems at all learning how to use it. It's not like there's a huge learning curve or anything like that. So you're not going to be disappointed. Now you do have to have the white new Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss. The platform for the heat foil tool is too wide to fit in our old black Stampin' Up! Machines. So I don't know if you guys remember Betty, but I had her last year and she broke and fell into pieces. So I had to get a new one, which now I'm thinking, thank you, Jesus. Because they don't fit with the old machine. Okay. It is already 30 minutes into this video. It's a good thing that this card is very quick. So I want to talk to you guys about the Moonlit Flora paper. I have already shown off several times this Velvet Meadow. So if you need to see what that paper pack is, go back and watch past videos. Let's show off the Moonlit Flora. So again, this Velvet Meadow paper very bright and springy, fun, bold colors. And we've made some gorgeous cards with them. We have made the triple point card. That was a couple weeks back. We made the double accordion gatefold card. That was last week's. So there's last week's. This was the week before. Okay, that is in the Velvet Meadow. I have also made those cards with the Moonlit Flora. So again, triple point card. Here is the double fold accordion card. Two completely different looks, both beautiful, but this to me is very dark and moody, mysterious. This is very bright and springy. So you kind of have to be careful in what you're using as your card base, because even though, I'm going to show you this pack of paper, even though this pack of paper has this berry burst color in it, I'm not sure that the berry burst really flatters the greens and the golds in these papers. So let me show you this pack of paper. We'll quit talking about it so that you can see it. I'm running out of space. You get 2 sheets of each. They are double-sided. So, or you could do 1 sheet of each, however you want to look at that. The colors in this paper pack are Basic Black, Berry Burst, Golden Glow, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Peaceful Pine, Pecan Pie, Secret Sea, and Soft Seafoam. Okay, this is my most favorite piece right here. It's got all the colors. See these little pieces of berry burst that are peeking out? I think it's gorgeous in the pattern, but I think to put it on a berry burst cardstock as a background may be a little too much. Now here's the back side of that. And I'll be honest with you, I have been wanting, the whole reason why I got this paper pack was because this coordinated with the Velvet Meadow so well that I've had a hard time. Like, I love this piece because this has all the colors in it. But I really love this piece that goes with the Velvet Meadow. So I really wish this would not have been on the same, front and back, that it would have been on 2 different ones. Here is the second piece. Lots of sea foam. Here's kind of a leaf sea foam on the back. See, I've been using pieces of that. So I love this piece too. I love the soft sea foam with the mossy meadow and the old olive, and then just this burst of golden glow. I'm telling you what, guys, our Stampin' Up artists are so talented. Here's kind of a leaf pattern on the back of it. Here again is another little leaf pattern with golden glow on the back. So both of those are pretty neutral. Here's a beautiful piece with more ferns and just the white, not the golden glow or the berry burst. We've got Secret Sea on the back. And then here's one that brings in the berry burst with the white and the greens, but no golden glow. And a beautiful old olive leaf pattern on the back. So again, a great, wonderful floral pack of paper, but definitely a whole different vibe than what the Velvet Meadow offers. So again, to me, dark and moody versus bright and springy. So for today's card, I am going to use the Moonlit Flora paper so that you can see a different look. And we're also going to use the All a Flutter bundle, which comes with the butterflies and the punch. Let me grab my card pieces. So our base piece is going to be 8.5 by 5.5. This is a piece of Mossy Meadow. We're going to score this. Let me grab my bone folder. Reaching across my desk. Make sure I'm on camera here. So we're going to score this at our normal 4 1/4, which is half of this. This would be a normal, typical A2 size card. And we're going to go 5.5. Pull out my arm here, and we're going to go 6 3/4. I need more room on my desk. And then 8. And then you're going to need, before I put my trimmer score away, another piece that measures 4 1/4 by 4.5. So I'm on the 4 1/4. This is 4.5. So on the 4 1/4, we're going to score it 2.5 and 3 3/4. So 2.5. And 3 3/4. We can put this away. So this piece right here, the smaller piece, is going to be this piece on top. This piece right here is going to be our bottom piece. So let's go ahead and fold and burnish on all these score lines. Definitely burnish. That makes your card nice and crisp. So what do you guys think about the hot foil tool? I still cannot see any comments, and I know you guys are commenting. That just drives me crazy. What's up, Facebook? I want to talk to my peeps. When I get done with this live, I'll go back and read all the comments and see what you guys think about that hot foil tool. Do we want to do a Facebook Live and see it in action next week? Or do we want to do the Painted Skies kit? Okay. So what we're going to do, this is actually going to fold up like this. So that's going to be, again, like I said, the bottom piece. And then this is going to lay like this. Okay, so let's get our designer series paper on here before we fold it and put it together. Okay. So my biggest piece is going to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I wanted this piece, sorry, again, reaching across my desk. I wanted this piece to be the smaller print because a lot of it's going to be covered up. So I wanted what peeks out around the edges. I wanted you to be able to really see what the pattern was. So I didn't want anything big and bold. I'm just trying to line up and get my equal size border around the 3. There's really not an upside or a downside to this piece of paper. Some of them there are. And then I'm also going to get the same pattern, a 1 by 5 1/4 piece. And this is going to go right here when you roll it up. So if you've got your, this is how you fold it in half like a normal card. And this is going to go on the middle of those 3 score lines. Hopefully my instructions are making sense. It really bites when I can't see you guys' comments. Deeks. Okay. Well, that's not on there even. Let's try that again. Sometimes, and I say this all the time, the hardest part about putting a card together is getting it on there straight. Okay, so now what we can do is go ahead and get a piece of tear and tape. And we're going to put it on this little 1/2 inch flap right here. And let's see. Let me grab my little pokey tool and remove that backing. What we're going to do is we are going to see how I can explain this. We're going to fold this between the second and the third one. So like right here, we're going to fold this and then just pull this over. And that will give you the perfect square. You don't have to worry about messing with it and trying to get the 90 angles. You know, that's going to be a perfect 90-degree right angle if you put your tape there and do it like that. So this one is going to go like this. So let's put our designer series paper on this. Now for this, I used a piece that is 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I chose one that had kind of all the colors on it. The piece of paper that I love the most. So it's got the berry burst, it's got the golden glow, it's got the little butterfly, the little white flowers. Because to me, this is going to be our focal point. So I wanted that prettiest paper in my mind on top. So again, trying to just put it on here straight. And then we're going to go ahead, same pattern piece. This one measures 1 by 4 1/4. See, it's that piece I love that's got that berry burst on the back. We're going to put that right up here. Once again, we're going to take our tear and tape, if I can get it, and put it on this little 1/2 inch scored piece. And then I'm going to stand up and get an eagle view of this card so that I can make sure that I am centering this correctly. Oh, and we also want to put some adhesive on this side. Now, you don't have to use tear and tape, but if you wanted to, you could. So what I found is the easiest is to go ahead and line this up. So kind of get, you know, from top to bottom, the middle. Get that centered. Put it down. And then if you lay that, push that part down, flip that under, you can put that down. And then when you go to mail your card, it will lay flat and stick in your envelope. Hopefully I wasn't off camera. Goodness gracious. So did you guys see that? I lined this side up kind of in the middle. I folded this down, pushed that flap down, and just pushed. That way everything matches up. And then we're going to pull in our butterflies. We do need a 3 1/4 inch wide by 3 long piece of basic white for our saying, for our sentiment. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to line up, and I'm hoping I'm going to make sense. Okay, so this is our old Stamparatus. They don't carry it anymore, but we have a new one, a stamp positioner tool. So when you have a stamp that goes with a punch, hopefully I can make this make sense. The easiest way is to take a piece of scrap paper, put it in your punch, and punch. That gives you a template. And then you can go in here, put your template down, take your butterfly stamp, fit that into here, bring your plate over, and pick up that stamp. And then you know anytime you stamp something, it's going to match up perfectly with your punch when you go to punch it out. Hopefully that makes sense. So for instance, this was pecan pie, which is one of the colors in this paper. See the pecan pie in the golden glow flowers? So I thought monarch butterflies would be pretty, and I think they would be. So I went ahead and I stamped them. And then you would just punch them out. However, I also tried it in Berry Burst. And I don't know if it's me or if it's you, and I would love to see everybody's comments, but I really like the Berry Burst on the Golden Glow. Better than I like the pecan pie. This kind of gives me like a Cajun craze coloring, but that is actually Berry Burst. So I'm actually going to go with this since Berry Burst is in this paper. So that's what I decided to do. I'm not going to use the pecan pie butterflies. Now you can also bring in these wonderful embellishments called Dreamy Flowers. It has some berry burst in here. We've got some beautiful berry burst ribbon that would look great on this card. This is berry burst shiny ribbon. It's a 1/4 of an inch wide. So that would be very pretty. And you could also bring in the 26 to 2028 in color dots. Use the Golden Glow. You could probably even use the Bashful, no, Barely Blush color and get away with it, because this Berry Burst does go into a light pink color. So let's kind of put our card together. I just wanted to go over some of that. Let's see. I was trying to find my stamp set that had Thinking of You, and I didn't pull it out apparently. You could use Thinking of You today. So you could use that one, or You're So Appreciated. I really liked this Thinking of You. Let's pull it out and use it. I don't know which Thinking of You I used on that other one. So the way I line my stamps up, let me actually get on the camera. Sorry about that. So I put it on my grid paper. Use the grid lines to make sure I'm getting it straight and even. And then I just push my clear block over it. And I'm thinking this is probably going to be, no, that fits perfectly. Okay. So on our butterflies, it's really easy. All I did was bend them in the middle, just to fold them and give them some dimension. And then I just take a glue dot and roll it up on my little take your pick tool or whatever you have. Put this on the back, roll it off, and then I kind of use my little thing and just push it on there real good, just to make sure it stays. And then let's go ahead, before we put our other two butterflies on, I'm going to open up my Berry Burst. Go tap, tap, tap. Make sure I get some good ink coverage. Line this up on my grid paper. Try to get it centered. Again, I should probably be standing over top of it, getting an eagle view. This one is not as large, so you could take, to me that's a lot of white right there. I'm going to take my little mini trimmer and get some of this extra off. Maybe a little bit more on the bottom. Maybe if I can get it lined up. That 3 1/4 wide by 3 inches long was really made for this bigger stamp. So we're going to go ahead and take this and put some adhesive on the back. And the reason why I chose basic white was because this paper had a lot of white in it. So I just want to line this up. Let's go all the way to the edge over here. And then it should, it's just a smidge too long. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to just cut off. This is me being persnickety. I'm just going to cut off like a little 1/8 of an inch. This little itty bitty piece right here. That's how persnickety Shauna's being. Okay. Just because I want it to really hit, I could have taken off just another little hair, but I'm not going to worry about it. See how this one goes from one edge to the other edge? This one is going to overhang just a hair because there's my score line right there. So push that down. And then we can go ahead and put in our other butterflies. You grab my glue dots. So what do you guys think? What is your favorite pack of paper? Do you like the nice and springy and bright Velvet Meadow? Or do you like the Moonlit Flora? Or let's be honest, do you like both? Depends on what mood I'm in. That did not come off of my, there we go, pokey tool. So again, I'm just laying that flat, and then I'm taking my little tool and giving it a good rub. One more butterfly. See, it just puts a nice little, and there's already a butterfly up here where I would kind of put our third butterfly. So I'm just going to kind of go back over here, and I think I'm gonna trying to figure out which way do I want to angle this one. I think I'm gonna angle it right like that. I cannot wait to go back and see you guys' comments. This drives me crazy when I cannot see Facebook comments. Facebook, do better, fix it. Okay. And then if you want, you don't have to, but you know, embellish, 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 right? Let's add some flowers. And really, we couldn't go wrong. We could add some white ones. We could probably even get away with these light pink ones, these berry burst ones. Trying to think. Or you could probably do a combination of them. So what if we do a berry burst one there? Maybe another berry burst one. And then thinking. I mean, this white would really pop. But there's already so much white on the card. We really wouldn't have to, we could just put those two. Here's the pink. See, I mean, even that pink looks beautiful. I know you guys are telling me, put one. Oh, you know what we could do? We could come over here. Let's put another berry burst over here. I mean, I know that's not like on our focal point, know. For some reason, I keep wanting to stick it like over here, like on this stem, like it's growing off of this stem. Just put the flower down, Shauna. It's 5 o'clock. Leave it, put it. Is it too much? Is it not enough? I mean, like, what are your thoughts? Kind of like it down there. That's pretty. I'll put it down here. That may be too much kind of for somebody in that corner, but I think it's cute. All right, guys, which do you like better? Velvet Meadow? Moonlit Flora? Let's bring back in those other cards. Here's the Velvet Meadow. Here's, are they all on the camera? I don't have a big enough desk. I don't know, guys. I like both. All right, guys. Well, thanks for spending the last hour with me. I hope you guys loved today's card. I'll go back and read the comments and see what we want to do for next week's Facebook Live. Do we want to play with a hot foil machine? Or do we want to play with the Painted Skies kit and kick off my Scenic Coast month? Because it will be really the last Sunday of July. So I'll be wrapping up this series pretty much today. Let me know what your thoughts are. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you back here next weekend. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.